Hey, what's up? Happy Saturday, everybody. John at Half Ass Gaming World Headquarters. I got a lot of chores to do, but I thought I'd throw this little 5 minute video at you. So, on Friday nights, usually after a long week of work, I try to get back into the gaming realm. And so last night I'm looking through games, piles of games I got in like plastic containers, and some of them are still on a shelf. And I'm like, what can I do some content on? What do I feel like playing, right? And I was going through some games, Fire in the Sky, the new version, Great Pacific War. I was thinking about that, and then I was thinking about some other games that I might capture my imagination so I could like do a playthrough. And then I thought about, what about Full the Gap? Remember that old SPI game that you see on your screen right now from 1977? So I pulled out I found where it was in one of the plastic bins that I got over here that when I was going to move, and all that's a long story. And so I actually brought up the Vassal version, which you see on your screen right now, and that reminded me something. So if I pull the game out, I'll pull out the rules and all that and set it up, blah, 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 blah. But I decided when I set it up, it reminded me of the what did it remind me of? It reminded me of the biggest map snafu that I've ever seen in the history of my personal gaming. And yeah. So yeah, I wanted to talk about that today. Today, the topic is map glitches, and I have a pretty big one right here. And I may have mentioned it before, like years ago, on one of the videos that I did. I couldn't find it. I went through some videos and looked around. But anyways, this is SPI Full the Gap 1977, a game that I may or may not get into right now and play. Doesn't seem like it's got a lot of counters, so I might just get into that. But then that led me to a map glitches, and I just wanted to spend a few minutes talking about 1970s, early 80s United States Air Forces in Europe placement, power, and NATO Air Force. Now, I'm not talking about, this is only U.S. air power in Europe, and as far as Germany goes, I'm not talking about West German Air Force or British or France or Belgium or all that shit. I'm talking about U.S. So, and let's talk about that and a big map glitch. So, as I scroll down, let me move over to that page, right? Wait a minute. Go over here. All right. So, yeah, I'm looking at the West German. This is part of Full the Gap by Frankfurt, actually to the west of Frankfurt. And you notice south of Frankfurt right here, you have Rhine-Main. Wait a minute. Let me point that out to you. Rhine-Main Air Base. I don't know if the flashing red is showing up on this for you. Rhine-Main Air Base. Let me see if it's even in the picture. Sometimes these things. Oh yeah, it's actually, I do have it in the picture. Yeah, Alt S Rhine-Main. Now at the time when this game came out in 1977, Rhine-Main was a MAC, Military Airlift Command. That's where your C-141s would fly into, your C-5s, whatever. That was a MAC base in the late 70s. Right now, I don't know what it is, but at this time frame that this game came out in 1977, it was a MAC base. And what do you notice about that? It's south of Frankfurt, but it is the one base of major importance that is on the eastern shore of the Rhine River. Okay, and the reason I say that is that the NATO planners set up their air assets, their air base assets, at least, and again, I'm talking about USAF. I'm not talking about West German or any of that. So Rhine-Main was on the eastern side of the Rhine River, so it would be harder for the Soviets, or the idea is that the things that were on the western side of the Rhine would be harder for the Soviets to get to. Okay, so Rhine-Main was the exception. Let's talk about the big bases. So if you go down here, let's get these, because these are on the map right here. You're talking about Zweibrücken. Let me see if that's on the main feed that I'm giving you guys right now. Yeah, to your bottom left, Zweibrücken. I think, I want to say those were reconnaissance. The assets that were stationed there were reconnaissance in nature. I don't want to say that for sure. And then up here at Ramstein, now these were F4s at the time. Most of these bases have switched to F-16s, and we'll talk about some other things. But Ramstein, I want to say 81st Fighter Wing, 82nd, 81st, whatever, and then we have Kaiserslautern, and then they used to say, just throwing this out here, Kaiserslautern was the largest concentration of Americans outside of the U.S. Okay, I remember when I was living out over there, that's what they used to say, and the big radio and TV station was based out of Kaiserslautern, AFNK town, for those who were over there. Now, and then I also want to talk about Spangdahlem and Bitburg. And let me light this up right here. If you follow this road right here, this is Autobahn right here. If you follow that to roughly this air superiority marker over here, okay, that's where you would see in close proximity to each other. Let me see if it's on the map. I can't assume that the feed that you're getting is yeah, that this marker right here on this Autobahn. Click it, John, right here. It's not showing. I don't know why. Yeah, so it's only showing on my feed. What's going on? Why can't I get to it? Oh, there it is. Okay, so basically what I'm trying to say is that air superiority counter right there is where roughly Spangdahlem and Bitburg are located at, those two air bases. Bitburg notably would be, they started getting F-15s about this time, all right? I want to say 76, 77, 78, okay? The second half of the 70s, they got a wing of F-15s in Bitburg, and then at Spangdahlem, I think you just had your standard F-4Es, a wing of those. Now I want to talk about the glitch. If you notice up here, you see you got Hahn Air Base right here, in Hex 1512. I'm going to insert another picture which shows you where Hahn Air Base was really located. But until I show that picture, let me just go ahead and hit this right here. I don't even know if you see these red circles right here. This is like the approximate location over here on the other side of the Rhine, just south of the Mosel River, where Hahn Air Base, which they have up here, incorrectly, major map glitch, because it's on the wrong side of the Rhine River, and right here is where it should be located. I'm pretty damn sure about that because I only lived there for 5 years. All right. Consequently, I moved there the same year that this game came out, 1977. So I was there from 77 to 82. I was a dependent, not in the Air Force. But yeah, I just find it funny. This is like the biggest map glitch I've ever seen, and I want to hear more about your map glitches. I'd like to investigate people's, and I'm not talking about like one hex or whatever, or something like major like this right here. I don't know how, even with 1970s technology, I don't know how the hell these guys misplaced this air base. how many hexes away? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, roughly 12 hexes away. And I don't know how many. I think it's like, is it 7 miles, 7 clicks? 7 miles, 7 clicks for each hex in this game. And it's on the wrong side of the Rhine River. And yeah, that's every time I see this map, it makes me crack up. But anyway, so this might be a game that I might be doing a playthrough for. I mean, it's a 1970 style map. It's kind of ugly, and you know, I'm not big on hypothetical Cold War goes hot. It's not really my thing, but I might give this a run. I might give it a run. Every time I look at the map, this thing cracks me up. So I mean, hey, leave it in the comments, man. Throw your map glitches up here. I'd like to investigate and check those out for myself. But that's mine. Hahn Air Base, wrong side of the Rhine River. I don't even know what the hell, how that's so bad, but they have, it looks like Zweibrück and Ramstein and Rhein-Main are accurate, and Spangdahlem and Bitburg are just off the map, but they totally screwed that up. All right, 11 minutes. Hope everybody's having a great October. I'm John. I'm out. I want to get some more content out for you guys. Y'all be good. All right, bye-bye.